Hello, from section 1. So today I want to talk about my final project, Rhetoric of the Croods 2. So you may know about this movie. It is still in the theaters and it is very popular now. And in fact, this was not the movie I wanted to analyze before. But since I watched this movie at the beginning of this month, I feel very surprised and I think this is a movie I really want to analyze. So in one sentence, this is a story about a group of women saving a group of men. And according to Post-Check, it reported that 83% of the audience members gave the film a positive score, and 59% saying that they would definitely recommend it. So why is this movie so popular? First of all, I want to talk about the audience for this type of movie. So data proves that there are more women than men in theaters. And I think with the gradual improvement of the status of women, Hollywood is gradually transforming and increasing the power of female roles. So, like this movie, it is a very vivid and wonderful example of feminism. So next, I will analyze the comparison between male and female images in this movie and women's self-awareness, lab patterns, and women's view. So first, about the male images and female images. So I think this involves gender theory. According to Stone, many claims about sex traits like females are physically weaker than males actually carry implications about how women and men are uh, accepted to behave. So, in other words, society has a very old and stubborn impression on women and men, which is related to the social division of the work and labor between man and woman. And the protagonist of this movie is a girl called Eve. So she and her family are primitive people, and they live in caves. So, however, her image is very different from other female protagonist images in general animated movies. So, for example, she is not like the princess in Disney animation. Those you can see those princesses are usually beautiful, seen dressed in brightly colored dresses and have very smooth hair. But if um, she does not have pretty features, and you can see her very strong arms, her pretty hair. So she is not like a girl in the traditional sense. And I think this was even more obvious when her boyfriend Gay showed up. So Gay also does not have the characteristics of traditional male images. Like you can see Gay is much thinner than Eve and he is very timid. So in terms of physical strength, Eve is much stronger than Gay. And from this point of view, this film seems to be trying to break the traditional opinions of gender. And of course, there are more such contrasts in these movies. Um, like Greg, and like the contrast between Greg and his wife Uga. So I think this movie wants to portray women more powerfully by showing obvious male shortcomings. So not only physically but also personal qualities. So second, in terms of the love pattern. So this film wants to present a concept of equality between man and woman in love. And the first is about Eve's parents. So their love relationship pattern is very equal. equal. Like Greg respects his wife very much. So when he expresses that he is very strong, he also bows to his wife. And when Uga does not want to leave the civilized base, Greg still stayed with her because of Uga. And even if he does not like it very much. And Uga also respects and supports her husband. So their relationship is one of give and take and equality. And second is about the relationship between Eve and Gay. So in this movie, there are two reasons for trying to break their relationship. The first one is from Eve's father, Greg. So Greg believes that the family should be together, and Gay tries to take Eve away from the family. So according to Priestley, cultural libertarian feminists target the patriarchal culture by, for example, developing individuals, especially women, the ability to be independent. This involves enabling individuals to resist authority and think for themselves. So Eve is very willing to challenge this kind of authority. So this is not a big problem for them. And this similar patriarchal influence is reflected in another family, the civilized family. So Dawn is the daughter of the civilized family, but she has been controlled inside the war since she was a child. So her father did not allow her to go out because he thought it was very dangerous outside and safe inside the war. But Dawn, she likes freedom and nature, and this kind of authority was broken after Eve came. And in addition, Dawn's father had imposed his will on Dawn. That is, he thought that Gay and Dawn should get married because they had grown up together, and this was also broken by the friendship between Dawn and Eve. So going back to the relationship between Eve and Gay, what really broke the relationship between them was their disagreement on tomorrow. So Gay believes that Gay used to be a civilized person, so he is not used to living in the wild. So he believed that tomorrow is a world inside the world, a place like very safe and with enough food and privacy. So he didn't want to go back to when everyone was sleeping in the cave. But Eve thinks he lacks self-awareness. So Eve knows very well that for them, tomorrow is her and Gay living together. And since Eve did not want to live in such a civilized life, she chose to leave. And Gay calls her cave girl, which means dirty and rude. And according to Chodoro, females overly attentive to the needs of others, and males emotionally deficient. Normally in love, women are the one who tolerates or compromises, but the development of this plot is that Eve chooses to leave. So it means she insists on herself and does not want to become something she does not like for love. And of course, in the end, Gay realized that he loved Eve and they love each other because of who they are. So the last point is about the value of women. As I said at the beginning, this movie mainly tells the story of women saving men. So in this movie, finally, Greg feeling the father of Dawn and the Gay were almost eaten by the final boss. So it was the grandmother who found out where they were and organized these women to rescue them. And I think it shows the woman can do the same thing as men. Overall, I think this is a very amazing movie. So in current society, although the status of women is constantly improving, the role of women in family and love is still weak. For those mothers who watch the movie with their children in the cinema, will they ask themselves, do I really stick to myself for love and family? Have I compromised? Can I save the world? If they start to think about this, I think this is the purpose of this movie. Thank you.